But that is why I say, remember, there is a war against the American value system. Now, let me tell you a trick, so to speak. I debate the left pretty well, and I do it for a living, and I do it on a daily basis. And I want you to know what I had to learn in order to do it well. I never, ever attack their motives. I assume that the people that I differ with love their kids as much as I love my kids, and they are as wonderful neighbors as I think that I am to my neighbors. We cannot be like they are. They think that they whom they differ with are bad. We think those we differ with are foolish. There's a big difference between bad and foolish. The foolish may end up doing bad, and I believe that they will, and that they have, and that they are. But that doesn't mean that they wake up as they think we do, racist, homophobic, xenophobic, and all the other terms that they call you on a regular basis. You can't debate them if you think they wake up wanting to hurt America. They don't. They really believe that they are helping America. I was at Invesco Stadium in Denver with 80,000 other people when Barack Obama accepted his party's nomination. I wasn't sitting among bad people. I was sitting among, in my opinion, utterly mistaken people. But these were my fellow Americans who are in deep error but are not bad. And a lot of them had an American flag in their hand, and if you think it was for the cameras, did you see how many American flags there were in the hands of people on the night he accepted, gave his victory speech, Barack Obama? That wasn't to win a nomination or an election. They already won it. You can't win if you believe that the people you're debating are bad. That's why they don't win debates with us. That's why they don't debate us. They don't debate us because they dismiss our humanity. You know that. By the way, I had an experience that was fascinating. I came to UC Santa Barbara, as we were talking about. I came to UC Santa Barbara about a year ago to lecture on Islamofascism Awareness Week for David Horowitz's group. And I was one of the different speakers in different colleges, and they had already had an editorial calling me a bigot and whatever else. I hadn't even shown up, and I was already declared a bigot just for speaking on the subject. We invited the student who wrote the editorial, the column calling me a bigot, onto my radio show. He was stunned, and what I did, and it's very off-putting to them because they think we're monsters, especially on talk radio. And they have to think we're monsters, otherwise they can't justify closing us down with the fairness doctrine. This is a very important part of the left. They must make you into monsters in order to do what they do to you on campuses and on radio and so on. We'll talk about that in a moment. Anyway, I treated him utterly respectfully, which is my mode of operation. It's my secret weapon. Be nice to people you even think are jerks. And so I had the student on, and I said, I'm curious. You said I'm a bigot. All of my work is available on the internet. And my books are out there. Every one of my shows is available for downloading. Can you tell me if I've ever said or written a bigoted word? And to make a long story short, of course he couldn't, because I amn't a bigot. And this moved him, however, that I would have him on the show. See, they're so used to calling us names that they don't have to debate. So I said, hey, come on, let's talk. He came to my speech, and the next week he wrote his column, I Apologize to Dennis Prager, which is to his great credit, by the way. The reason I tell you this story is it really encapsulates something here. They have to believe we are diabolic in order to prevail. They will not prevail in debate. They will not, they cannot. And I'll tell you one of the reasons that they cannot. And my debates are on YouTube, and you can watch me debate Air America talk show hosts. Watch it, just watch it. You tell me if you think it's even close, the debate. The reason they can't debate effectively is that they never meet us. They never read us. They never listen to us. We meet them, we read them, we listen to them every bloody day. We can't avoid them. You can't avoid the left. They are in your face everywhere. They are in every newscast. They are in every movie, except perhaps, well, I was going to say Family Guy, but they're in Family Guy too. They're in everything. There's nothing that the left does not. They're in music. They're in rap. They're in the movies. They're in the newspapers. So we are totally familiar with their arguments. But they can live a lifetime never hearing a conservative argument. We read their journals. They don't read our journals. How many liberals get National Review or go to National Review online? I go to their websites. I'm sure you do too. But they don't come to ours. So they make up a world. And they live in bubbles. They do. It's very important to know this. They live in bubbles in Manhattan, in San Francisco, in parts of Los Angeles, in Madison, Wisconsin, and the biggest bubble of all is the university. The university is the ultimate intellectual bubble where foreign ideas are not permitted in lest they upset the faculty. Harvard got rid of its president because he suggested that men and women might have different brains. There is only one place in the Western world where people still deny that men and women are basically different. The university. It is the only place. My grandmother, who never went to high school, knew more about male-female differences than the average professor of any liberal arts subject at a typical university. It is the only place in the world where people still believe that if you give a boy a tea set, he will play with it. And if you give a girl trucks, she will play with the trucks. But as the president of Harvard pointed out, he did give his daughter trucks. And what she did when she got them was put them into bed and put them to sleep and took care of them. She gave them names. You know what boys do with trucks? They smash them. That's what we don't give them names. We just break them. And then we get more trucks.